All right, new moms, is it time to go back to work? Oh, you're there in that emotional tug-of-war you have going on over breastfeeding or making a living. Nicole Windsor, who is our expert on workplace law and is a partner at Bowie Jensen, says you shouldn't have to. The tug-of-war, you shouldn't have to do this, right?
That's right. There's a new law that was passed, became effective in March of this year. It's called the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, and it amends the Fair Labor Standards Act, and it gives employees certain rights with respect to taking breaks.
So what do you mean by breaks? Like how many breaks, that kind of stuff? How long?
Well, the law requires employers to permit nursing moms for up to a year after the birth of the child to take reasonable breaks whenever necessary to express milk while on the job. And this applies only to non-exempt employees, so hourly employees.
I have to ask, are the breaks paid?
The breaks are not, the law does not require that the breaks be paid. However, if you already get some kind of paid break, obviously it would still be paid if you used it for this purpose.
All right, now do employers have an obligation to provide nursing mothers with a place to go to breastfeed?
It's another interesting and I think really helpful part of this law is that it does require employers to provide a place for employees to express breast milk that's not a bathroom, that's shielded from view and also shielded from other employees or any members of the public intruding while this process is taking place.
Now, is it limited to size as far as the business is concerned, or how does that work?
Interestingly enough, this law applies to all employers, no matter what your size is. However, if you are an employer with fewer than 50 employees and you can show that this is going to create an undue hardship, which is actually a pretty hard thing to prove under the law, you can get an exemption from it. But I think that that's going to be the vast majority of employers are going to have to comply with this. And I would encourage small business people who are concerned about their ability to comply with this to confer with an employment lawyer.
So I guess the ladies who are watching, who are home breastfeeding right now, I guess the best thing would be call the human resources at your work, make sure they know what's going on, and make sure they know the law, right? How many employers don't know about the law?
There's always a little bit of a lag time whenever there's a new law that comes out for all employers to get up to speed. I think it's toughest actually for the smaller employers because some of them don't have an HR department. They've got an owner that's wearing a lot of different hats. So
where do they go then? Let's say it's a boss. Let's say there's a guy boss and he doesn't know about this law. Where does he go to find out?
I think it's smart for those small business owners to keep the Department of Labor as a bookmark on their Google, because they can get newsletters sent to them and updates to keep them abreast of these kind of changes. That's right, of these changes in the law.
All right, Nicole, you're always great. Again, laying down the law here again. And if anybody has any questions, what should they do? Moms, employers alike. Again, go to that website?
Yes, there's a really wonderful fact sheet that's currently posted on the Department of Labor's website.
All right.